Charlie Cox made his grand return to the MCU in both Spider-Man No Way Home and the She-Hulk Disney Plus series. And now, of course, we are getting a solo series on Disney Plus. Not a season 4 from the Netflix series, but a new version of Deadpool. Again, we still have no idea, like, is the Netflix series canon? We don't know any of the details of that, but we are getting Daredevil Born Again on Disney Plus. And before the actors and writers strike, they did film maybe like a quarter, like a third of the series. So, work was underway. And then obviously, since the strike's been going on, there hasn't been much developments with it. But now that's all gone. Everything is out the window. We just got a report from Variety that, yeah, so basically, Marvel just fired all of the writers and the directors from this show, and they're going to completely start over. Which when I first read that, I was like, oh my God, that is insane. Like, literally, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this happen before. It's crazy, but when you first hear that, that probably sounds pretty bad. Like, oh, what the hell is Marvel Studios doing? But it's actually for a good reason, because apparently Kevin Feige and some of the other people at Marvel Studios, they looked at what they had so far from Daredevil Born Again, and they just weren't happy with it. And they want to kind of overall do a creative overhaul for all of Marvel TV, because that's been one of the struggles of the MCU right now. Like, some of these Disney Plus series are great. You look at WandaVision, you look at especially Loki. But then you also got our She-Hulks and our Secret Invasion. Yikes. And we don't want that to happen to Daredevil. That would be terrible. So it's being said that now Marvel Studios is doing a full creative overhaul for their TV division, and instead of focusing on making miniseries, specifically series that are just to introduce a character or build up a character for some big crossover event and set up a bunch of stuff, they're instead going to focus on doing actual meaningful stories in these series and try and do multiple seasons, because so far the only MCU series we've had that has gotten a second season is Loki. I mean, obviously we have a What If season 2 on the way as well, but just that should be the focus, is to make a good show, and hopefully good shows can continue for more than one season. And that is the goal with Daredevil Born Again. I mean, Daredevil Born Again is already 18 episodes, so it's going to be a lot, but I think this is great. I think this is really, really good. It does mean, of course, that now we know absolutely nothing about the show. But then again, to be fair, we really didn't know that much about Daredevil Born Again in the first place. We did get a basic synopsis the other day, which was saying something along the lines of Matt Murdock has hung up the Devil of Hell's Kitchen. He's not Daredevil anymore. There's some stuff out there about why he's done that. There's some certain deaths, which I'm not too happy about, but we'll see how it's actually played out. There's some deaths of some friends of Matt Murdock that causes him to stop being Daredevil for, I think, like the first 3 episodes. But then he comes out of retirement when he sees that some corrupt police officers are using the Punisher logo in very incorrect ways and misusing that Punisher logo, and that of course will bring in John Bernthal as the Punisher. He's been confirmed to return. So I mean, like, all these castings and stuff, those should remain the same, but it does seem like maybe the whole story will be different, or at least the majority of the story. It's being rewritten. They're going to have new directors. These shows are actually going to start having showrunners now, which is another good thing as well, because it's pretty important is to have a showrunner, have one person who oversees the story of the whole show, rather than a different person every single episode, because that just is inconsistent and doesn't work very well. So yeah, again, I'm happy about this, but it does also mean that it's going to be much longer until we actually ever see this Daredevil series. It was already just delayed from next year to 2025. Originally, when this was announced, supposed to come out spring 2024. We could have got this in like March. We could have gotten a trailer very soon, but no, because of the strikes, because of delays, because of all this, it's not coming until at least 2025. And I would say at this point, probably fall of 2025. And we already know that, we're getting 18 episodes, but it's going to be split up into parts. They're going to be doing different arcs throughout the season, which is something, I think one of the biggest comparisons I've seen people do is Star Wars: The Clone Wars, where they would do like multi-episode arcs throughout the season. And I think it's going to be broken up into 6 episodes. So we'll do like a 6-episode arc, take a break, do like mid-season break, come back with another 6, another mid-season break, and then come back with the final 6. Which I mean is good, break it up a bit. 18 episodes is a lot, but I'm still really excited for this, and I think this is a great thing for this show. The only actor that has commented on it so far is Vincent D'Onofrio, who of course is playing Kingpin in the series, and he did say that basically he'd hate to settle for less. So yeah, it's gonna suck they have to reshoot literally everything, but I would rather they do that and give us something good than completely butcher this character and this story. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this news that Daredevil is getting an overhaul? The writers have been fired, the directors are fired, and this show is basically starting from scratch. So, anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.